Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jimmy and I'm an amateur runner. This channel is about sharing experiences with you, not in the form of an advice, but maybe more so as anecdotes for other runners from a runner. Today I'm going to talk about the Nike Vaporfly Next %. I'm going to talk about its durability. It's quite an expensive pair of shoes, and at a price tag of $250, it makes people wonder whether it's worth buying those pair of shoes, whether it lasts long enough. So I've used it for about 450 kilometers so far. Most of the blogs, most of the things on the internet, they say around 350 to 400 kilometers is how much it lasts. But I've crossed that mark, and I can share with you what it looks like, what it feels like after having used it for 450 kilometers. So let me share a closer look at it with you guys so that I can show you what you can visibly see on the shoes. So if you look at it, if you look at the bottom of the shoe, the sole on my heel has mostly gone off, more so on my right foot, because I think my right foot form is a little different from my left foot. So there's a huge chunk which has gone off from the outer side of the right foot, while the forefoot seems to be completely intact. It still has a good amount of grip on the forefoot, and for forefoot strikers or midfoot strikers, this seems to be still a good pair of shoes worth more distance. The upper, on the other hand, the glue has come off very visibly on the upper, and although it has not given me any trouble so far, but that's something of a concern for anybody, for longer distances rather. But at the same time, if you see the new one, the upper is completely glued, and there's no gap here. There's no gap seen here. So yep, the upper is definitely a concern, and Nike should have done a better job with this. So anyway, it brings us to the question of whether these shoes are worth the $250 that we spent on it. So I think it's pretty much worth it. After 450 kilometers, it still has enough juice left in it. I can still take it for a few more runs, but it'll be shorter runs. I will probably not take it for longer runs. I just did an interval run this week in these pair of shoes, and I think I can use it for a few more shorter runs. I've seen other videos on YouTube which sort of showed the shoes after 1,000 kilometers or so. I don't think that is, I don't think I'm going to do that, because I really believe that the shoes stop supporting after a certain duration. So you'd rather stop using those shoes and buy yourself new ones to avoid injuries. And I think I've enjoyed having these pair of shoes. I had my first sub 20 minute 5K in these shoes, and I also ran my first sub 4-hour marathon in these shoes. If you ask me whether it was the shoes which did the magic or whether it was me, I don't know, because maybe it was me because I worked really hard towards it. But end of the day, if I had run those races in a different pair of shoes, I probably would have had it in my mind that maybe if I wore a Nike Vaporfly Next %, I would have done a few seconds better or a few minutes better. And I don't have those regrets, because I wore Nike Vaporfly Next % for all those runs. I hope you found this video interesting. I try to add as much value as possible through the stories and the insights. If you think these kind of stories are useful to you, you can as well give me a like and a subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video soon. Thank you very much for watching.